Hello everyone, it's Pudgells, and in today's video I will be going over the Royaleween update. So let's get started. Okay, so before the video starts, I would like to make a disclaimer first. I'm not hating on the developers or people, I'm just stating my opinion on the subject. Moving on. So as we all know, the Royal High update had got pushed back for a few weeks and people were not quite happy about it. And then that's when we later found out that Barbie, the developer of Royal High, had got sick. So it pushed it back even further. But I personally feel like it is understandable why it got pushed back, and I think people shouldn't really be mad at Barbie because of that. Is because she can't really control being sick or not. But what I find interesting is when the update did come out, people were kind of disappointed was because it wasn't what people expected the update to be like. We thought that we was going to get new items, I don't know, maybe new candy farming techniques, stuff like that, but when we found out that wasn't going to happen, it was kind of disappointing. And the fact that they used kind of the same maze from last year, people was kind of iffy about that. Now, even though some things didn't go according to plan, I personally still enjoyed playing the update, and I love seeing the cool decorations at the new campus since it matched the spooky theme. But one thing that I was kind of iffy about was the whole candy farming situation, because as we all know, there was like a limited amount of times you was able to use the bobbing apples at Royaleween Cliffs. And that's personally how I used to know candy farming stuff, and I found it quite easy just bobbing apples and then doing the trick-or-treating. But now, since you're only allowed to do it 10 times, it is a little bit more difficult. Now, even though some things didn't go according to plan, I personally still enjoyed playing the update, and I love seeing the cool decorations at the new campus since it matched the spooky theme. But one thing that I was kind of iffy about was the whole candy farming situation, because as we all know, there was like a limited amount of times you was able to use the bobbing apples at Royaleween Cliffs. And that's personally how I used to know candy farming stuff, and I found it quite easy just bobbing apples and then doing the trick-or-treating. But now, since you're only allowed to do it 10 times, it is a little bit more difficult. Don't get me wrong though, of course there's a lot of other candy farming techniques that a lot of Royal High YouTubers go over and what you can do to get candies faster. But I personally feel like even though some people was exploiting in Royaleween Cliffs with the bobbing, farming and stuff using auto clickers, just because some of them was doing it doesn't mean you should punish everybody else. Of course, sometimes it'll probably be difficult to pick out who's exploiting, who's not, because then if you get it wrong and you actually start banning people who wasn't actually exploiting, that can cause a lot of problems. Like, I understand that. But also, I feel like the bobbing for candies was a lot easier, especially if you didn't have a lot of time. And going to different doors and stuff is definitely very time consuming compared to bobbing for apples, especially since sometimes the updates come out the days that we got school, which I get that since I think they live in a different time zone than us, so the updates come out later in each day and stuff. But I just honestly just think, wow, like it never fails sometimes when the developers put out the updates on days that kids got school, especially since most of their audience is a kid audience. But at the same time, though, I know it's understandable because a lot of people, they live in different time zones, so the update will come out in different times. So, no, I completely understand that. Another thing people had some problems with is the fact that we got the Royaleween Cliffs realm again, which I don't really see nothing wrong with it. I mean, it was the update kind of seemed just a little bit last minute, but that was fine, since I'm just glad that we even got the new school. So, I'm gonna take what I can get, and most likely the Royaleween update will be better next year and stuff. But with the whole Royaleween Cliffs, the update with that, it looks amazing. They kept some of the same stuff. It looks really good. But one thing that I never knew they was going to do this year is the fact that you gotta pay for the candy bag. When I looked in the shop and I seen it was there, it honestly blew my mind because usually we'll get it for free when we get the Royaleween badge, or we go get it in like a chest and somewhere in Wickley Cliffs. So when I seen that you had to pay 10,000 candies for it, was just honestly ridiculous. But of course, you can just still use your bags from the previous Royaleween events, which most likely that's what I've been doing, because it's just no way I'm spending 10,000 candies just for that, when we're kind of just a little bit limited on some of the farming routines. It's because if you're just using the bobbing apple routine to get certain items, you're only getting 25 candies per apple that you get, and that's even if you get an apple in general. So you could probably only get like some of the cheapest accessories in the game, such as the arachnophobia earrings or like the pumpkin earrings, just tiny accessories like that, which of course they're beautiful accessories that we put in the game. But honestly, with all the rest of the stuff that we have to obtain, it definitely is quite a handful. Okay, that's the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel to see more Royal High content, and comment down below what do you think of the Royal High update, and if there's any critiques and stuff. And I would like to make one more disclaimer: this is no hate to none of the developers or anyone's opinions or whatever that they think of the Royaleween update. This is just coming from my perspective. So yeah, this is Pudgells signing off. Bye!